to record this joint. Shout out to Dandy Andy. I've been requested to watch this video multiple times. Shout out to Undaunted. He wanted me to watch this joint, so I'm gonna watch this joint. You know what I'm saying? It says GTA 6 has the most advanced AI ever created, ever made. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into it. See what they're talking about. I know they, Rockstar bought a lot of patents. I don't think they're gonna have the AI or nothing like that. That's gonna like allow us to speak to them and everything. I highly doubt that. But let's get into this.
Every single day.
That's not the type of AI that's going to be.
Every single day that passes, we get closer to Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yes, we do.
Today, we're talking about the insane, revolutionary AI that is promised to us in Grand Theft Auto 6.
And I'm opening packs. Bro, I love when people do this. Somebody got to teach me how to do it. This shit is fire, bro. I got to figure out how to do this shit.
Gaming with the most advanced NPC artificial intelligence system ever implemented in a video game. Rockstar Games has been quietly developing groundbreaking artificial intelligence technology that will fundamentally transform how non-playable characters behave, interact, and exist within the game world of Leonida. Unlike traditional NPCs that follow like predetermined scripts and predictable patterns, Grand Theft Auto 6's characters will possess dynamic intelligence systems powered by advanced AI algorithms that enable real-time decision-making, adaptive behaviors, and persistent memory systems.
Okay.
I know that sounds like a bunch of technical jargon, but
memory systems is mad important. Niggas gonna be remembering who the hell you are, bro. People are gonna actually be living their lives like they did in Red Dead, but way more advanced. But remembering who you are, that is a piece of AI that is very important to the NPCs that we need in the game, even to our characters, bro, that we playing as protagonists or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so
just stick with me here because this stuff's really exciting. Basically,
very important.
What you really need to know is that means we're going from static, run-of-the-mill, non-responsive, repetitive NPCs.
Very repetitive.
That is truly lifelike.
People gonna be coming up to us.
Digital citizens here. So Take-Two Interactive has filed multiple patents that reveal the sophisticated AI systems powering GTA 6's.
Very important.
The most significant.
Very important.
Is patent, and I'm sorry, this is a mouthful. US 11684855B2. It's like a cheat code. Title.
Bro, niggas got their own DNA, their own mental. Bro, it's fucking crazy, bro. Like, this is going to be scary. They're going to be knowing that they in the game. No, I'm over-exaggerating. But it's going to be crazy, though.
System and method for virtual navigation in a gaming environment. So this introduces hierarchical course graph navigation and real-time decision-making.
Crazy, bro.
This patented system replaces simple pathfinding with a dual-layer approach that processes navigation at two distinct levels. So NPCs can now make contextual driving decisions.
Crazy!
Data, including traffic density, weather conditions, road types, vehicle characteristics, personality traits, and even urgency levels.
I don't think y'all understand how crazy that is, bro. Just off of technology. Are we technology? Because we can do that too. That's crazy. Think about it. Hey. There's a bigger picture up there somewhere. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We ain't even going to get into all that conspiracy theory. We ain't even going to get into it, but hey, and I'm fucking with the Vice City shirt, too.
So let's say you have an NPC. Let's call him Tom. And Tom works a 9 to 5. Well, used to, Tom would just drive however that NPC was defined to drive.
Right.
So now, let's put him in a working man pool, and maybe his marriage is on the rocks, so he's programmed with a few variables, and maybe his marriage is on the rocks.
Different options.
Playing poker with Christmas money again. So anyways, Tom's in a big hurry to get home to get Timmy to soccer practice. Now, something like this could be added as like a soft passive that acts on Tom's urgency levels. So let's say
I already knew all this.
Don't at a 20% urgency to get home already. Just Tom and a few other NPCs will put him at 20% as well.
Right.
Through this tree of this kind of story. Well, now if Tom runs into, let's say, a traffic backup, he's going to be more likely to do something illegal to get around it, or just to act like a douchebag on the road. Then
exactly, more shit is gonna happen. He could do some wild shit. It's already a lot built up in the fucking NPC from all the shit, just AI wise in general, shit just triggering. This nigga gonna spaz out.
And say another NPC. Or maybe you have an NPC who is partaking in the devil's lettuce while driving around.
Exactly.
They drive the speed limit, which is very strange, especially here in Texas, or lower than the speed limit, and it's based solely on that. Now, it's a little bit more complicated than that.
I love this.
These are the kinds of different things you're going to be seeing on the road. It's always been interesting traveling on Grand Theft Auto's roads, but expect to see some really out there stuff, just like when you're driving in real life. And that's because rather than following fixed waypoints,
it's not gonna be like that.
To exhibit spatial.
No, it ain't gonna be like that no more. Niggas gonna be taking their own routes, choosing what they want to do with their lives and where they want to go, how they want to drive, things of that nature. All that's gonna be? It's not gonna be some triggered like fucking what can I say, trail based. It's not gonna be like a trail that you have to follow, or a raceway, or anything that the NPCs are that they have to travel on. They're gonna have their own way of doing things, basically, and that's fire.
And contextual thinking.
Crazy.
Using safer exits during emergencies, for example, or detours during traffic incidents. And in Tom's case, he's going to hop a median and then get T-boned by an oncoming truck.
Exactly.
Anyways, let's move on. So let's talk a bit about
driving is scary.
Procedural animation system. This is really exciting. So Rockstar has developed a revolutionary procedural motion system that breaks character movement into modular, reusable building blocks that can be dynamically reassembled in real time. That is freaking cool. So basically, instead of like having an NPC and being like, you will do this if this, right. That's how that would normally happen. Now you're like, okay, you will do one of these few things if this, and that, and it's up to you to decide when you would do one of those things.
They make their own choices based on certain situations. They make their own choices. It's not like you have to do this or you have to do it. No, nigga, they get to choose what they want to do instead of, no, you're going to do that. That's fucking scary, bro. That's way too scary, and that's very realistic because people do that in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now you will do this next thing based on not only choosing that, but these several other things as well. Oh, you did that thing? Well, now here's another list of things that...
Oh, my God, this is going to be so good.
...previous decision that this NPC has made and external factors. So you can imagine how complicated it gets. So under patent, forgive me, guys, US 11620781, it outlines...
I love this stuff.
...system and
love
method
technology.
for virtual character locomotion, which uses data-driven animation blending instead of massive preset animation libraries. Like we just talked about. This means NPCs no longer play static animations, but adapt their movements based on context. And that's very important to making a game immersive.
Fucking love this shit.
A character walking in the rain while injured and carrying groceries will have their animation dynamically generated from individual motion components.
Yo, I don't think y'all understand how fucking tech-driven I am and how much I love this type of shit, bro. Like, this is stuff that I want to invest into. Like, literally, bro. Literally, I want to go to San Francisco so bad when I got great money, and just invest into, like, startups and things like, stuff like this, patents and stuff like that. This is stuff that I want to make, bro. This is stuff that I want to have or pay people to make, to invest into people to make, patents and other people buying your patents, bro. Like, that's the real money. That's where you get the real money from. I wanted to go to school for all this shit, bro. Literally, nobody knew this. I just don't like school. But anyway, like, I wanted to go to school for all this shit, bro. Like, and I don't want to go to school. I don't have to go to school for it now. But I just want to have enough money saved up to invest into stuff like this, bro. This is mad important, bro. Rockstar, you know how much money the people that created these patents, you know how much fucking money they just made off of Rockstar? Bruh.
A weather reaction plus object carrying equals unique, believable behavior. Now you can get a bunch of these different variables, sprinkle them in with a bunch of different NPCs.
Very important though if you want to do certain careers.
Colorful the world will look around you, not in actual color, but in the movement of the NPCs around you, especially with these new muscle systems. But that's another story. The system can modify animations based on character state, weather conditions, fatigue levels, and environmental factors. So if you're like me and you went and bumped into NPCs in Grand Theft Auto 4 as soon as the game came out to play with the Euphoria physics, or if you just do that in any Rockstar title with Euphoria physics, if that's one of the first things as you start playing with, then you're going to love this, because not only are the physics going to be top notch in this game, but now you're going to be able to see how they react, and it's going to be very interesting. And
of course it will.
A lot of people will have fun with this in Red Dead Redemption 2. Now you're really going to be able to throw a wrench in an NPC's day, which is
right.
Because in a way, instead of everyone going on massive killing sprees, maybe we'll just all be going around mildly inconveniencing NPCs and seeing how they react.
Right.
Let's talk about memory system.
That's another thing. I'm going to be doing that heavy, bro. I'm just going to be seeing what NPCs do. Like, what do they do? How are they going to react to things if I bump into them or anything? I'm just going to be doing shit, bro. Like I said, I'm very tech driven. I'm very detail driven when it comes to video games or anything, really. So I'm going to be super, super, super duper interested in seeing, like, stuff that's going to happen. Like, super interested, bro. Like, that is mad important, bro.
And persistent
memory systems.
Freaking awesome. One of the most groundbreaking features is the persistent memory system that allows NPCs to remember player actions and modify
That's
their
fucking
behavior
crazy.
accordingly. If you frequently cause chaos in a specific neighborhood, for example, residents will begin to recognize and avoid you, or even become hostile based on past interactions.
Do y'all understand how crazy that is? They slightly had something like this in Red Dead, but not fully. This shit is gonna be fully
System
crazy.
Extends beyond simple reputation tracking, so NPCs can remember specific encounters.
That's just crazy.
And even seek revenge on you. This system creates a living ecosystem where your actions have lasting consequences that persist throughout the game.
That is crazy.
You imagine what that's going to look like. You know, you go into a neighborhood, you bump into a guy, and maybe you're doing it to test out the game, like we just talked about. But
I literally just said that, because every NPC is going to be different. I literally just said, oh, that's so fucking crazy.
Back and you bump into that guy and only that guy. Well, eventually that guy might have a baseball bat ready for you. I'm just saying. Don't bully NPCs in this game, man.
Facts. No, that's facts.
It's absolutely mind-blowing. These NPCs are also going to have a dynamic daily routine and schedule system like we haven't quite seen before. You see, Grand Theft Auto 6's NPCs will follow complex daily routines that go far beyond the simple patterns seen in previous games like Red Dead Redemption 2. So, yes, NPCs are going to still have jobs, but now they're going to have relationships and personal schedules that change based on the day of the week, of day, and current events. Beach areas will be crowded on weekends, but relatively empty during weekdays, with the same NPCs appearing in different attire, swimwear. On Saturday, for example, business closed on Monday. Traffic patterns are going to shift, you know, like with rush hour traffic, it's going to be heavier.
Shit's going to be so good.
Morning and evening commutes. And
this shit is going to be so fucking good. Do y'all understand what he's saying, bro? NPCs are going to be real life people, bro. Real life people, bro. Technically. I don't think y'all understand how important this shit is, bro. This is the craziest shit I've ever heard of in my life, bro. Like, and I'm multitasking over here, but I'm listening to every single word he's saying. And this is like the most insane shit I have ever heard of. And we've never had nothing like this ever in a video game. Stuff like this is the reason. A lot of people don't even pay attention to this stuff, bro. A lot of people don't even care about this stuff because they be so obsessed with just beating the game the quickest. They don't care about none of this shit. Niggas like me, niggas like us, we care about this stuff, bro. This is the beauty and the art of video games, man. This is what it's all about at the end of the day. This is what it's all about, bro. This is what it's all about.
This is going to create an authentic sense of living in a city with a realistic population.
It's all about.
Something else that's really cool that I'm really happy to see them bringing back is weather responsive behavior.
Yes, how they respond to weather too.
But in Grand Theft Auto 4, if it started to rain, you would see NPCs put on raincoats.
Yeah.
If they were the police, or just
umbrellas.
Walking around your standard NPCs, they might have an umbrella out, or they might put a newspaper over their head and run to avoid the rain. Well,
I used to like that.
The advanced AI system includes sophisticated environmental awareness, particularly regarding the dynamic weather system. So NPCs will seek shelter during rainstorms, dress appropriately for weather conditions, and modify their activities based on temperature and atmospheric conditions. So during hot weather, NPCs might move more sluggishly, wear lighter clothing, spend more time in shaded areas, or...
Oh my... Yo, this shit is gonna be crazy, bro. You know there's gonna be people trying to beat this game quick. It's just gonna be stupid. This is insane. I'm so happy I streamed this shit today. I was going to stream Ghost of Yo. I'm glad I streamed this today. Because we needed to talk about this shit, bro. And I will be uploading all these videos that I react to today. I think this might be the last. Let me see. No, this might not be the last. It might be the last one I upload today. This right here is why GTA 6 is going to be the greatest game of all time. Because there's no other company, no other development company doing it like this. Not one. This is fucking insane, bro.
buildings. When storms approach,
nigga, what?
Indoors, pull out umbrellas or cancel outdoor activities.
That's all the memory system.
Responsiveness has never been achieved in open world gaming. And it's interesting too because you'll be playing the game, you'll be like, why does this feel so immersive? And it's things like this, things you can't quite put your finger on. But it's literally because the NPCs around you are making the decisions that the people in the world in real life around you make.
Exactly.
So I don't know if you hate
they got their own choices.
Redemption 2, but even if you did, now it's going to get a total overhaul.
Like for example, and I truly believe this is gonna be. You try to roll through the hood, bro. You dripped out, you chains and shit, watches. You know what I'm saying? Nice ass car. You get out of your shit, nigga. You in the wrong area. Or you probably trying to go to a strip club or one of the whatever the case may be. Nigga, them niggas gonna try to rob your ass, nigga. On God, they probably gonna be like, yo, where the fuck this nigga from? Bro, this is gonna be so beautiful. NPCs making their own choices. Own choices, bro. It ain't none of that, you gotta do this, you gotta do... Bro, I don't think you'll understand. Like, just the weather part, the weather system part with the memory system combined, them actually paying attention and looking at their apps and seeing how the weather's going to be, that's how they're gonna dress. People living their actual lot.
Because we have real-time crime reporting
crazy
systems. Perhaps
yes. He's talking about crime right now. He's talking about real-life crime right now. This is another topic I want to talk about very well. Like, I want to talk about this, like, heavy. Niggas is gonna be snitching. Niggas is gonna be, there's gonna be a whole crime system, like with the cops and everything. Like they're gonna be describing you. You gotta make sure you're not wearing the same thing. Cops will remember you if you're wearing the same thing. Using the same car, they gonna remember the cars that you in. All that shit, bro. This shit too realistic, bro. Anything that's real life is gonna be on the game in terms of like how people act. Cops, everything, everybody. Pedestrians, everybody. Crazy.
Is going to be this real-time crime reporting system where NPCs call 911 to report witness crimes. And they did do that in Grand Theft Auto 4.
They did in Red Dead too.
It's going to move beyond scripted police responses to dynamic law enforcement based on actual eyewitness accounts, like Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto 4. But
more immersed.
React differently to crimes based on their personality and situation. So now, if you accidentally kick a horse in the shin, or if you just bumped into an NPC, you're not going to get the cops called on you or the lawman.
They're going to try to beat your ass.
Dependent on the NPC's personality and the situation you're in. Like in older titles, some will flee, others will record incidents with their phones. I think we saw a little bit of that in Grand Theft Auto 5.
They're going to have that too, recordings.
But what makes this more advanced than previous titles is it will be heavily influenced by the context of what you're doing. So these interactions, while they were immersive and cool in previous titles, they're going to feel more realistic now. The police response will vary also based on the severity of the witness crimes and the quality of witness descriptions, which is pretty freaking awesome. So if you go over and slap someone, you're not going to have the entire police force show up and immediately gun you.
Exactly.
Exactly. A little similar to Grand Theft Auto 4, where you have one cop get out of the car and be like, "Hey, what are you doing, man?"
Yeah.
And the witness description bit also plays into this new disguise system, but that is covered in a previous video. The police are going to have a working memory of who you are, so you're going to have to change how you look.
I just said that.
Get out of there.
You know what I'm saying? That's facts.
Idea of witness descriptions and everything is going to give you a reason to keep a low profile and also completely change the way you approach doing what you're doing. It's really freaking cool.
It's so fucking detailed.
Go somewhere, gun down a bunch of people, and walk around a corner and someone be like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" You're going to have to really think ahead before you do things, like in real life. Speaking of police, let's talk about advanced police AI and tactical responses. So the law enforcement AI represents a massive upgrade from previous Grand Theft Auto games. Police NPCs will use advanced tactics and coordination based on threat assessment, available units, and surveillance data.
So if you're robbing a place, for example, and I know he's going to say this too, if you're robbing a place, store, restaurant, the mall is going to be on here, anything, any type of store, any type of area, like, they're not just going to come in guns blazing. It ain't going to be none of that. And it depends on how strong, or if you're robbing a bank, whatever. It depends on how strong the threat is as well in terms of, like, the crime, how strong the crime is as well. They're not just going to come in guns blazing like on every other GTA. Once you get a stars and shit like that, they start just shooting at you. They just going at you. You know what I'm saying? This is not going to be like this. This is going to be more tactical. This is going to be more realistic. They actually really like visually looking at the areas. You know what I'm saying? Visually looking at their surroundings and paying attention to their surroundings. They really going to be super detailed and super smart with how they want to proceed with the crime. And I love that. You might have some dickhead cops, some dickhead ass cops that's going to, shoot first, ask questions later. Or you're gonna have some cops that's like really like trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Maybe you could go into a situation, cops got called on you, whatever the case may be. Cops just they gonna come up with with their hands on their depending on the crime. They gonna come over with their hand on their gun, but they're not gonna have it out aiming at you or whatever the case may be. Or some dickhead motherfucker might say, "Oh, this nigga got a gun," when you really didn't even have a gun out. Cop pull up with his guns out, asking questions and shit like that. You never know, because they get to choose what they want to do on their own. So this is gonna be beautiful, bro. This game is gonna be the greatest shit ever.
Omniscient tracking of Grand Theft Auto 5, which I absolutely hated. Police will conduct realistic searches, losing track of players'
I love this
site or change appearance. This new system includes dispatch timers that give players timing,
when the dispatch come out. Yep.
And
I love that.
Will attempt negotiation before resorting to violence, and that's kind of similar to how it works in Grand Theft Auto 4.
In real life.
I mean, Grand Theft Auto 4 was much simpler than that. But it'll be nice to see that again, is what I'm getting at. Police can identify suspects based on vehicle descriptions and witness accounts rather than supernatural awareness. We were talking about NPCs whipping out their phones, and social media is going to play a big part of this game. So it's looking like NPCs will record player actions and potentially share them on in-game social media platforms.
I love that so much.
Incidents could lead to viral videos that affect how NPCs throughout the city recognize and react. So some of the stuff you're seeing in the trailers could just be straight up gameplay that has been captured by an NPC and posted on social media. So if you go on a huge killing spree, I mean, you might have like a live league style video pop up in the game. This creates a dynamic reputation system where your notoriety spreads organically through social networks. So some NPCs may act as influencers with substantial followings, and interactions with these characters could trigger city-wide reactions or unlock exclusive content.
Right.
Your actions could become trending topics that influence NPC behavior across the entire game world. And maybe you'll have to pay certain influencers a visit if they're posting a little too much about it.
Facts.
So we talked a little bit about how
influencers and everything gonna be on the game.
NPCs are going to navigate traffic, but how about how they walk around the world? There's now going to be enhanced pathfinding and spatial intelligence. So this is an AI system that features revolutionary that allows NPCs to navigate complex environments with human-like intelligence instead of getting stuck on obstacles or following rigid paths.
They're gonna know how to maneuver through anything, around anything.
Solve navigation challenges in real time. So
Crazy.
It catches some dude staring at you going, "Hey, how's it going?" and bumping into a wall over and over again, which, while it's funny, is not immersive. NPCs will exhibit different movement behaviors based on their roles and personalities. Police officers, for example, will move differently than gang members, and they'll hold themselves differently.
Right.
You know, how they walk around, their posture will be different. Tourists will behave distinctly from locals, and each character type will have appropriate spatial awareness and decision-making patterns. Now, something people have been talking about since Grand Theft Auto 3, when the world was 3D and we were able to go into certain interiors, has been, hey man, one day I want to go into all the buildings. Well, guess what? We're going to get pretty dang close, it looks like, because there is procedural interior generation in Grand Theft Auto 6. Well, that's what the patent says anyways.
That's what the patent says,
Procedural interior generation.
Things might change up,
Of unique indoor spaces using AI-driven asset placement. Instead of manually crafting every interior, the system uses tags and style parameters to generate diverse living spaces automatically. So you can see how great this would be for stuff like office buildings. High-end apartments will feature expensive, clean decor, while rundown homes will have cheap or broken items. This technology enables far more enterable buildings without the massive development overhead of handcrafted interiors. This kind of reminds me of the projects buildings in Grand Theft Auto 4. They all kind of look the same, but they still had to be handcrafted.
Different, yeah, that's true.
Buildings like that don't need to be handcrafted. Buildings like that can literally just fall within a certain set of parameters and they'll get the job done. Allowing for you to go into more interiors. And really, guys, I think this is cool because it doesn't really matter if a dev works on it and actually physically puts a bed somewhere. It doesn't matter. This will be good for buildings that follow a repetitive nature.
Facts.
Nothing is more annoying when you're running away from police and you can't open a door to a building to get away from them. But not only...
Facts! He's spitting, bro.
All of those improvements, we're also going to have engine improvements. So let's talk about these Rage 9 engine improvements. Grand Theft Auto 6 runs on Rage 9, the latest iteration of Rockstar's advanced game.
Rockstar, Naughty Dog, Insomniac, they got the best engines, bro. They got the Santa Monica, they got the best engines, bro. PlayStation in general, bro. They really do this shit, man. I'm gonna tell you right, PlayStation next level, bro, with this engine shit, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, bro. These niggas really do this shit, man. Like they like real life, bro. Real life, bro. They really do this shit. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fucking with PlayStation, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, nobody fucking with PlayStation, bro. That's just real raps. That's just real raps. For real, bro.
Which features significant
cooking
improvements to AI.
And I know, and like, yes, Rockstar is not AI. I mean, Rockstar is not PlayStation, obviously, but I'm saying in general, PlayStation up there though. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy.
Physics simulation and character intelligence. The engine supports more sophisticated NPC behaviors, improved animation systems, and enhanced environmental interactions. The graphics gap between Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 6 will be substantial, driven
it's not even
by visual fidelity, but
not
by
even
the
close.
Intelligence and realism of character behaviors. Like I said, the world's not going to be more colorful just because of the actual colors, but because of how people react and act in the world.
Yep.
Rage 9 enables thousands of NPCs to operate with individual AI systems simultaneously without performance degradation.
Thousands.
And I think that is what is taking Grand Theft Auto 6 so long. That's my big crackpot conspiracy. You see, all of this processing that the game has to do would be heavy on, guess what? Your processor in your computer and stuff like that. And frankly, this level of processing power is just unheard of, especially in a Grand Theft Auto game. This kind of processing power is something you would see in like a city building game with all of the people walking around, or like some overhead war game, just any game where there's a bunch of NPCs out and about doing things. But
this is why, I mean, yes, this is why I got the PS5 Pro. You know, thank God for my girlfriend. Jesus fucking Christ. I was gonna get it regardless, but she bought the PS5 Pro for me, right? And also, this is why I'm getting a very, very strong PC as well for when it comes out on PC. Because when it comes out on PC, I'm going to be modding a lot. So, and I'm going to be streaming that as well. I need a strong, super strong PC to stream into mod. So it's going to be crazy, bro. Insane.
It kind of takes it to a whole new level. It's kind of a shame that a lot of this is patented, because games in general could improve significantly with this type of technology. Maybe it'll be licensed out, because basically it allows for very complex decision making without performance degradation.
Yep.
And this is not related to this, but I'd love to see that in games like Total War, for example. Let's talk about Euphoria physics integration. I love Euphoria physics. Oh my god, I love Euphoria physics.
Yes.
I think it's the best damn thing to ever happen in video games.
GTA 4's physics, bro. That ragdoll, crazy. Red Dead's ragdoll was insane too.
And the Euphoria physics in this game is going to be insane.
This is my last video, y'all.
Euphoria physics engine returns, of course, in Grand Theft Auto 6 with significant improvements and enhancements that create more realistic character reactions and interactions. NPCs will react naturally to physical impacts, stumble when shot, and display dynamic balance recovery rather than scripted falling animations.
Exactly.
I have to tell you that, though, if you've played
nothing's scripted in this game.
You know that, duh. But now it's going to be much more complex looking. Think about Red Dead Redemption 2's incredible. Now think about mods like the Live Leak mod and how insane that looks. You know, you've probably seen a kill montage for Red Dead Redemption 2, and they use these really cool Euphoria physics plugins. Well, this is going to be something that's better than even that. This integration with AI systems means NPCs don't just think more realistically, they move and react physically in unbelievable ways to enhance the overall sense of interacting with real people rather than programmed entities. So Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has emphasized. Hey
yo, this man funny as fuck.
Has emphasized that while digital tools have always been part of game development, the creative genius is human. The company is leveraging artificial intelligence to enhance rather than replace human creativity.
Right.
Something I absolutely love to hear, and that should be humanity's relationship with
AI. Don't let it fully be AI. Mix it. Blend it together. Let the humans still control the AI, but the humans allow the AI to control themselves. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's the humans still got the edge on the AI.
On my soapbox right now about how it's replacing art instead of making our lives easier, but yada yada. Anyways, AI is supposed to get the obnoxious stuff out of the way.
Exactly.
It's like that's what it's doing this time. It's getting all of the number crunching and data efficiencies out of the way so that Rockstar Games can see their vision for Grand Theft Auto 6
exactly how they really want it.
Yes, they're using machine learning, but it's to create more interesting and diverse NPC behaviors rather than manually scripting them. By doing this, you allow for virtually infinite possibilities.
Exactly.
That's what we want out of our NPCs. That's the thing.
The NPCs are going to be the most realistic thing in this game with the AI that's implemented inside of them. It's going to be the most realistic shit we ever see, bro. Ever in a video game, ever.
Situation,
hands down.
Of being told what to do by a developer. Rockstar's approach represents the most ambitious implementation of artificial intelligence in gaming history, moving beyond simple behavior trees to create truly intelligent digital characters capable of learning, remembering, and evolving their responses based on player interactions. And what's nuts about this is just the beginning of all of this. Guys, in the future, we're going to see a shift towards interactive environments that feel genuinely alive.
Yep.
Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, it's going to become more and more common. NPCs that remember, learn, and adapt and respond like real people, creating unprecedented levels of immersion that blur the lines between digital and reality. In a way, it's kind of scary, but that's another conversation.
That's what it's all about, y'all.
Positions Grand Theft Auto 6 not just as another video game, but as a breakthrough and interactive simulation that will influence the entire entertainment industry. NPCs won't just populate the world, they'll inhabit it as believable digital citizens with their own lives, memories, and relationships. The revolutionary AI in Grand Theft Auto 6 represents the biggest leap forward in NPC intelligence
in gaming history, in history in general,
promising to deliver the most realistic and immersive virtual world ever created. So what do you think? Are you excited about this? Are you ready?
Excited is not the word.
Gone too far. What do you think?
No, this is greatness.
My name's Dandy Andy. I'm a small channel. Lately I've been covering Grand Theft Auto 6, although I do make other stuff from time to time.
Dandy Andy, you a fucking goat.
Please leave me a like.
Yo, you're a fucking goat, bro.
Subscribe. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, night, week, year, whatever. Just stay safe out there. Peace. Oh, and here's 2 videos.
You're fucking goat, my nigga. I'm gonna catch y'all later. This was my last video for the day. I will be uploading these, so stay tuned for that. Catch y'all later, bro. Thank y'all so much. We out of here, bro. I'm probably not streaming tomorrow, but I am gonna upload a video, all right? So stay tuned for that too as well. So I don't know yet, but I am uploading a video tomorrow or tonight, or probably both tonight and tomorrow. I don't know. All right, bye.
Yo, represent for the gifted, attention to plan the vision. Demolition of evil sons of the politicians. Scientific, I'm optimistic of my positions. Writing songs, scrambling passions, picking up my decisions. Menacing, we take profits. Tentative, we break topics. Hesitant.